Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video, I'm just going to recap on the Galaxy Note 3 just about 3 weeks, roughly 3 weeks later, and why the Galaxy Note 3 is better than your phone if you don't have one. And I very seldom will make a video like this, but I just wanted to point out some key features again of the Galaxy Note 3, just in case you missed it in the full review or the unboxing or the hands-on or the first impressions, whatever the case may be. There's a huge market for the phablet category. There's a huge market for that, and for those of you that have not tapped into it, that's who I'm talking to primarily in this video. For those of you that have any other Galaxy Notes, I know you know how phenomenal the device is, and for those of you that don't have a Galaxy Note, any of the notes, I mean the 8.0, the 10.0, the 5.7, the 5.5, the 5.3, if you don't have any of these Galaxy Notes in your household, you're really missing out on some great technology. Now, that's not to say that the Galaxy Note 3 is better than every phone on the market. It definitely has some hiccups, and I'll point out a couple of those here. There's not very many, but I give this device an overall 10, and I stand behind that. And Galaxy Note owners, you know what I mean when I say this device is a 10. And I think you'll, if you haven't played with it, at least take the time and go to the store and do so. If you're in the market for a tablet or a smartphone, or just a very large smartphone. So, and I said at the beginning, I'll tell you why this phone is better than yours. That's just kind of to have fun with it, but you know, it's not going to please everybody. It's not a device that's going to win everybody over, obviously, because one thing is the size of the device. You know, it's a pretty large device. If you are going to be carrying it every day, and it's going to be your everyday device. But you know, there's some things that help that. Look at how thin it is, the great cameras, the overall look, and one of the main things, the S Pen. If you've seen all my other videos on the other Galaxy Notes, I always did a video about how the Galaxy Note can be used as a computer. In that video, if you haven't seen my first and original one, it was on the initial N7000. That's the first Galaxy Note. You really need to check that out, because you can replace, believe it or not, you can replace a computer with a Galaxy Note. It's very well possible, especially if you're on a now I know you can get a budget, and I know you can get a budget. I know you can get a computer now for dirt cheap. But if you really want to keep it basic and have your computer in your pocket all the time, Galaxy Note is a great way to go. Now, I said that this phone, I'll tell you why the Galaxy Note is better than your phone. Just in a quick summary, it has the S Pen, it has a 5.7-inch 1080p display, very lightweight, very small, it's almost all screen, almost, very thin bezels. The processing power that is in this is one that's in tablets, that rivals some computers, not all, some. And as far as the spec sheet goes, it definitely blows away every phone that's hitting the market right now. And a plus to this one, why it's better than your phone, is because it can be considered a mini tablet, a mini tablet. It's borderline a 6-inch screen, but a 6-inch screen, believe me, it makes a big difference in a cell phone. So if you're looking for a tablet, you should just get a tablet. If you're looking for something 7 inches and above, just get a tablet. But this very well can do everything a tablet can do, and more than some tablets. Another reason why this device, I think, is better than the average smartphone is because Samsung decided to give us lots of things this go around, and in here is Polar Office. This is a full office suite. It's a full office suite. I think that is mind-boggling, to have a full office suite, and I've actually had to use that. I've had some things that I needed to get from one location to another, or something dealing with the office, just something, and I was able to take care of all of that on this Galaxy Note 3. This Galaxy Note 3 also, just like the other Galaxy Notes, it can be used as a computer, as I said before. And I haven't done a video on that yet because I think it's kind of apparent, you know, it can be done. So that's not really a question anymore. But it's better than several other smartphones because of the options. So I'm in a forum the other day, and it's about the Nexus 5. Now, we all know the Nexus 5, if it's not in the market already, I haven't even logged on to check, but it's going to be a 5-inch display, you know, 1080p. It'll have the same processing power as this, but it got into one of those things where a person thinks that you don't like the Nexus because you make somewhat of a different comment than they're making. Everybody's praising the Nexus 5, and they don't even have it yet. They're just listening to what the bloggers are saying. And I don't do that. I take that as, you know, I'll listen to all the rumors and everything, but until I have it in my hand, I'm not gonna say it's just the best thing since sliced bread. Just can't do it. You can't do it like that. You have to always get your hands on it yourself because you might not like it. And as far as the Nexus 5 goes, I have a Nexus 4, and I've had every Nexus. And the thing with the Nexus line is, yeah, you have pure Android. It's stock. You're going to get all the updates first. But so what? After that, what do you have? You just have a regular Android device. That's really what it boils down to. So, you know, in this forum, they're talking about how the Samsung line and the iPhones and all these other Android phones are just gimmicks because they don't have pure Android. I think those people are totally lost. They were saying, oh, you know, you'll spend $700 on this. Well, if you buy a car that's $50,000, which I have, some people have looked at me and said, man, you're wasting your money. You could have just got a Hyundai. Well, we obviously are in different brackets, and what I think of quality, you obviously think differently. So just because it's another Nexus device coming out, that doesn't mean that it's going to be top quality. If you don't know, there's a trend about devices. Everyone starts to say, all the bloggers starts to say it's great before it even hits the floor. Well, if any case where that's been 100% true, it's been this device. Samsung has amazingly moved 5 million of these in 30 days. So far, they've sold 40 million Galaxy S4s. People like Samsung, and a lot of people like Touchwiz. Touchwiz, to me, is better than HTC Sense, and you kind of get the best of both worlds as far as the iPhone goes, because this grid, it's no denying, you know, the grid icons, it looks, you know, like the same style and pattern of the iPhone. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. But look at what I'm holding here. It's pretty tough to use this as an all-around device. Now, this is a Blue Live Play, and it's obviously an Android device, and so I could probably load lots of things onto this device, but this is pretty much a pure or stock Android device. But at the same time, you know, you get a much smaller screen. It's much pocketable. Yeah, it's very pocketable, but it's still limited as far as processing power. Just like the iPhone 5S, it's a little bit limited as far as processing power when you need it. And I know some of you are getting ready to sound off in the comments probably and say, well, the iPhone benchmarks are the same as the Galaxy S4 or higher than the Galaxy, or just on par with the Galaxy Note 3. Benchmarks mean, it's like when you're looking at a car and it has a 1200 horsepower, no one can see that because it's standing still. So, with that being said, I still say that the Galaxy Note 3 is in every way better than lots of devices on the market, starting with the Sony Xperia Z Ultra. This is a 6.4-inch screen on the phone, but when it comes down to performance, now I've had some hands-on, but I decided not to buy it because it just was ridiculously big, not pocketable, just couldn't. I will say it did look like I was holding a tablet to my head. It just looked ridiculous for a phone. This, on the other hand, it seems to be for a lot of the worlds that are, for the people that are into the technology field, this is a sweet spot. It used to be the 5-inch section. The 5-inch phones are the sweet spot for techies. Now the average consumer can probably rock a 5-inch screen, and this is like the best thing, and that's good. But I think once you go past 5, 7, this form factor, it just seems like Samsung really hit it on the head. The cameras on this particular device are the same on the Galaxy S4, but why does this one perform better? I think that's been noted all over the internet, and I'm not just saying that. I can tell you that it's much better than the Samsung Galaxy S4. But it's the same cameras. It's a matter of like how great Apple does when they put their software together for their phone. It's like that. The Apple software is flawless almost, man. I mean, it's spectacular software. But putting it in this package right here isn't getting it. They need to take notes from Samsung a little bit, and really start doing something with the form factor, because right now, hate it or love it, just like people hate or love Apple, hate it or love it, Samsung is doing it, man. And with the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, you're honestly getting the all-around device. It has mirroring, which is nice. You can hook it to your TV, you can hook it to a monitor. You can do a lot of things with this device. It's just one of those things where if you've never used it and you're afraid to, you think it's too big, or you just think it's, you hear about Touchwiz, or you hear this, you hear that, until you try it for yourself, you'll never know how great something is. It's like sampling food. You just won't know. I know people that don't like lobster. I love lobster, man. Seafood is my favorite. Some people hate it. They can't get over the way it looks, or they don't like crabs because they scared of the way the crab legs look. Whatever the case may be. Samsung has got a winner here, and I won't be surprised if in the next 6 months we hear they've moved 10 million units within the next 6 months. I won't be surprised. It seems like they've been listening to customers when it comes to Touchwiz for the devices, because they've grouped these together like this without the customers asking. And all these Samsung suites, and I haven't even really touched on what the S Pen can do because I'm not an artist, but primarily that's what they started off with, the Samsung Galaxy Note, kind of focusing on artists, but it's evolved into something a lot different because you literally can write anywhere with the S Pen. There's software for the S Pen. They've now created this action memo with all these types of different things that the S Pen can be used for. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And I think that, is it me, or is the S Pen really hard to get out of the slot now? Oh my God. And here's one of the things that I said I was going to point out. The S Pen now is very difficult to get out. And I know they did it for a reason, probably because maybe they had problems with it falling out before. But I mean, now you can put it in either way now, but at the same time, wow, it is hard to get in and out of there sometimes, man. I mean, it seems like it just doesn't want to come out. Boo-boo, Samsung. That's a boo-boo. But all in all, guys, the Samsung Galaxy Note, I feel, is better than several devices out there because it has so much more to offer. Get past what you hear, Touchwiz. I'm trying to I can never get this brightness right for you guys on camera. It looks like it's coming across really bad and bright on the screen, but whatever. People cry about Touchwiz, saying it's horrible, it's a horrible overlay. Well, I think HTC's overlay is bad. I don't like it. And I think another thing that I don't like is this right here. You press the home button once and you get this My Magazine, which is basically Flipboard. I don't want to get on Flipboard on accident. And I think that's the second thing that I found out that is very annoying with the Galaxy Note 3. Is if you hit the button once, you get this My Magazine, which is basically Flipboard. Bad deal. Stop trying to mimic HTC with the blink feed. It's a bad idea. Get rid of it. And a software update, Samsung, you need to be able to disable that. And I know that every Samsung Galaxy Note user, 3 Galaxy Note user, is ready for that to go away, because we've all hit that button once and thought, oh shoot, and then the magazine opens up and you're like, ugh. Close it, get out of it, and go back into what you want. Get rid of that, Samsung. So, is the Galaxy Note 3 better than every device on the market? Almost. Because there are some things that it can do, and there are some things that it can't do. But for the most part, it's a pleasing device. When you use this, and then you go back to this, or just a smaller device period, you almost feel like it's not the way it should be, I guess I want to say. Galaxy Note 3 owners, you gotta speak up in the comments, man, and share this video, because if you don't have a Galaxy Note 3, just going in the store and playing with it is cool, but when you take it home and really give yourself a week at best, don't touch your other device. Do everything you want to do with the Galaxy Note 3 that you would normally be doing with your other device, and even if it's a different operating system, still do it. Try it. Most places have a 14-day return policy. I don't recommend that you do this now, like on a regular, but if it's something you think you might be interested in, or you keep hearing about it, like I'm pushing the Galaxy Note 3 right now, do it, man. Try it. You'll like it. It's not as bad as what you think. The size is something that, especially for a woman, my wife obviously carries a Galaxy Note 3, and she also carries an iPhone, and she also carries, and that can go on and on and on. She carries a whole bunch of stuff. Point is, once she got her hands on the Galaxy Note 3, that topped it. That was it. So this is the Galaxy Note 3. Try it, go look at it, buy it. You can actually replace, if you have a 7-inch tablet, I definitely think you can replace your 7-inch tablet with this and your phone. I have no question about that. I think that if you're currently using a 7-inch tablet, and let's just say you have a flip phone or just any other phone plus a 7-inch tablet, you definitely can replace that with this. So guys, the Galaxy Note 3, yeah, it is better than almost every phone out there. If you disagree, hey, you disagree. But most people who disagree have never owned the Galaxy Note or any of those lines along the Galaxy Note, or any of the 1, the 2, the 3, the 8, the 10, have never owned any of the Galaxy Notes. I find that that's interesting, and a lot of forums that I visit frequently, that they're arguing that their phone is better than the Galaxy Note line, and they're using some LG device or another Samsung device, or just any other device, and their argument is silly. It's that, oh, those are just a bunch of gimmicks, or oh, it's too big to fit in your pocket, or it's just a bunch of things, and they have never ever used the device. I frequently speak on devices that I have. I try to avoid speaking on devices that I don't have. So this pointless arguments, I guess, that, oh, pure Android, Nexus. You'll hear when the Nexus drops, you're gonna hear that it's just the best thing ever. And I don't plan on getting it, depending on what the price point is, because I have a lot of devices, man. So I don't want to just load up on, it does get to a point where you are wasting money, because I only have 2 phone lines, and everybody in the house has a high-end phone, more than one actually. So having all these devices around, it's kind of redundant, I guess I want to say. But if you're in the tech field, it's hard not to be involved. So that being said, do I plan on getting the Nexus? I never plan on getting a lot of devices. If you've seen some of my videos, I'm just walking through the store and like, I'm gonna get this, or oh, I saw that, I think I want to try that feature on that, and if I like it, I keep it. And this is to answer some of those IMs that I get, those 50 IMs I get in a month, or messages. What do you do with those devices? How do you get them? Well, I walk into the store and whip out my wallet and pay for them. And when I don't like them, I do sell them. Like one device I bought was the Sony Xperia Z. I was just disgusted by that device because it was such beautiful hardware, but everything else about it pretty much didn't please over time. So I sold it. I got rid of it quickly, very quickly. And I lost money on that. But hey, it is what it is. You take a chance like that. But do I plan on getting the Nexus? No, I don't plan on getting the Nexus at this point, because obviously I have a array of devices that I can put my SIM card in, and I only have 2 lines, so I don't want to start getting too many different Android devices. I want to try a different operating system. I want a WebOS device in here. A BlackBerry Z10 is definitely a device that I recommend to people on a high-end level. But anyway, the Nexus line, do I plan on getting it today or tomorrow? I don't plan on ordering it. But if I get it, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm just a person that's in the tech field. I I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I have some. And subscribers who get a little rude and belligerent and who feel like they can just say whatever to me, I just block them. I don't argue with them. I just block them out. Because I had some subscribers say, you know, hey man, you know, you said you weren't going to get an iPhone 5S and now you got one. Well, look at what I do in my spare time. I do all tech stuff. So expect it. Expect the Nexus 5 later down the line or tomorrow. Who knows? It might be something about the device that intrigues me. But right now, this device has my full attention. Full attention. The Galaxy Note 3, one of the best devices ever made. Period.